Hello everyone, this is Kat Carson of Wool Gathering Scene. Welcome back to my channel. I am back with another haul. I know. I said it's a no buy year, but let me explain. Um, I do have some exceptions, which is pens or inks. um, so I have been writing down my ideas and um, for my junk journal on this pad paper that I got from the Dollar Tree as well. So I've been jotting down my notes, my lists on here, and I even have some of my ideas that like my plate ideas is on here. Some of the layouts or kind of on here. These are actual works of Natalie Lette that I illustrated on my notepad just so I can remember. So I have a vision for what I will have for the month of February since she is my artist. But I've also been using this paper to use for gluing, like on the back of it. I know I could just I even do I even did some doodling on here. These are my um, even my grocery list is on here. Um, this was my recent paper and thread ideas. So I decided to I don't want to lose this because it's part of memory. Although I could peel this off and stick it in my junk journal for later on. But then if I put away my junk journal for that month, then I wouldn't have reminders of what can I do for my junk journal. And like this idea could like this little illustration right here could spark another. So that's why I decided to go to Dollar Tree and pick up some items, or mainly a composition notebook. It's a small haul anyway. So I went to pick up a composition notebook. They did have that plain black one there, but I prefer the one with sprinkles on it. Um, yeah, just a regular composition notebook. That way I could write down my ideas in here and then I could refer back to it like easily um, for the month, for my future journaling. But I had one, but I already filled it up, so I switched to a pad for the meantime. But I haven't had a chance to um, get me a composition notebook until about now. I also got this file holder only because I want all of this in here. So I just have just one spot for it, so I don't keep looking for it in my mess. So mainly this thing is just gonna hold my composition notebook along with the pens that I will be using. First, I got a dupe of Stabilo markers. I just wanted to test them out. I wish they had it in pink and purple, but these are the only ones my store has. Maybe I'll designate certain markers for or highlighters for my if it's an idea or to do, I don't know, something. And here's the thing, I could have gotten like a pretty planner for it, but I'm just gonna be like, it's just a lot of doodling. It's not gonna be pretty, it's not gonna be perfect. And so I don't need it to be expensive. I don't need it to be fancy or like a high quality paper. I just need basically a paper. Next, I also got a flare pen. Um, I did get my black one from the Dollar Tree as well, and I do like how it writes. And so I just added purple to my collection, which my second one. This is my only second flare pen. This one I have been using this for years. Um, I do have my micron, not macron. I do have my micron and my stapler. I don't know how to pronounce that. Yeah, I do have those pens, but um, this one is just for this notebook anyway. I have been getting these for years. I think they're a dupe of Uniball, if I'm not mistaken. They're gel pens. I do like them because they're point 0.5. Well, I prefer point 0.3, but point 0.5 is also okay. And then I just got regular big pen. And then I got a Sharpie, a fine, ultra fine tip one, because I remember when I was junk journaling one day, I needed a Sharpie, but I couldn't find any. Now let me just test out all these pens and markers, and then so see which one will bleed to the opposite page. As you can see, let me just zoom you in. It does bleed, and I think more than likely it will bleed on the opposite page, even through the other side. Yeah, it bled. So that's the Sharpie. Now we're gonna go with this Pro Marks. And it kind of sort of bled on the opposite page, but not on this side. Not this side. And it sort of bled on the opposite page. I do prefer the Pentel brand, um, because you can see how the pen is more pigmented. Is more pigmented than the Bic. I don't know. It's just me. I apologize. I didn't know to zoom in. So there's the blue. Sorry, I was so zoom in. You didn't see me slide that, but let me do the green. And that's the green. They're definitely duped to Stabilo, the Stabilo highlighter. Um, just gonna mark this zebra brand. I also got this pouch just so I can organize my highlighters. They can all go in there. Some of the pens. Sorry about that. I'm gonna keep 3 of the big in here. The highlighter. Yeah. And the Pro Marks ultra fine pen. That's where it's gonna go. And just so I'm kind of more organized, so everything, all of this would be just in this um, file folder holder. Okay, so what do we do about the packaging? We are gonna make tags out of them. I figured with these 3 right here, since they have the white space and negative space, I am just gonna make a border, a cluster border here, just to cover some of the writings and the rip packages off. um yeah, that's what I'll do on these three, and then for these I am gonna just completely cover them. All right, let's get started. Okay, so starting off with this pen packaging, I am just gonna cover the edges of it, or yeah, because I my plan is to leave the middle part open, so I can also journal in that negative space in the middle. um I just didn't want to cover the whole thing. I feel like it'll be a waste of scrapbook paper if I'm just gonna cover everything. At least I'm showing some sort of the negative space, and then I could still use that space to do some journaling. So here's a die cut banner that I have in my stash. I have this die cut. I think I got from AliExpress a long time ago. Um, no reason. I just really need to start using my scraps that I've been hoarding for years now. Um, yeah, in that paper, the writing paper, I got it from a Goodwill bins and didn't really pay that much for it. I was surprised to see that they weren't at all wrinkled. But yeah, I got them from the bins. Here's the finished tag. So moving on to these two tags, you see how I was able to easily peel off the top layer packaging of this card. I it was a it wasn't hard at all on this card, but for some reason on the other card, which is like the exact same thing, it took me forever to get rid of the that white top layer with all the details of the pens. Yeah. um and I was still debating if I were to keep the this texture. I'm not quite sure, but then again, like I said, I didn't want to use these cards just to cover them up. I still want to use the negative space of it. I just feel like it's a waste of scrapbook paper. I mean, it's up to you if you do want to cover it, but um, again, like I just really just want to use my scraps, and here's a way to stretch your scraps and able to use some of them in like in two cards pretty much, or two tags. So this layout is inspired by Natalie Latte, my artist for February. My artist to steal from this February. I just wanted consistency throughout the whole junk journal, so I keep repeating. Um, Once in a while, I would use her, um, like I guess her layout. I would use her layout and then just copy from her layout and do it on my pages, or in this case, tags. But yeah, she would get an anthropomorphic image or paint them. She would paint them. This one I got from a Richard Scarry book. That I mean, pretty much animals in dresses. That's what they are, and um, she would have those bubble um, colors, or like those bubbles, and she would have her caption on it or her sentiment on them, and it will just have flowers all over. And so that's how I'm sort of kind of um, pulling from her illustrations or her layout, and I would use it on my own junk journal. This is just for the month of February since she's my artist. And okay, so for this, I did cover the whole thing. I thought it was just a smaller strip this time. It's just like a smaller piece of packaging, so I'm okay covering it. I still have these leftover that I use for the inner cover of my junk journal. So why not use them? And the backside of it is the actual backside of the um is the back of this paper, the background paper, but instead of gluing it, I glued the pattern paper downside. That's what I did. And lastly, this is on my um this is a wallpaper border that it's the leftover from my previous project. I wanted to cut the ends of the wallpaper border roll that I have straight, so this would be the leftover part of it. And yeah, I just use it to cover the other packaging, and this would be another journal card. Okay, so we are all done. Let me show you. Here's the first one we made. I kept the backing part of it, just so I can write just a short sentiment on it. I fussy cut a dog. It says just another ordinary day. This is like I have a die cut banner, and I just kind of slap it on there. Here is the scrap paper that I use, and I just kind of glue it around the tag or the packaging. On the back, I have a stack of these paper, and I just use it to cover the back, and it doesn't bother me if you can kind of see like the little barcodes and all. That's okay. So I just picked the paper with just a little line on it, because I'm gonna use it for, yeah. This is going to be a journaling card, but I like how it's going on a sideway. And then I made these two right here, which is almost identical. Let's start off with this. I found these two from a Richard Scarry book. I just fussy cut them, and this one, it's supposed to be a waste paper that's all crumpled up. But I decided to just colored it with pink, added some yellow in the middle so it does look like a flower. This is the one I painted, same as the one in the front of my junk journal, and I wrote dwell in positivity. And then this is just a sticker of rose on the bottom that I fussy cut and stuck on there. This one is almost similar. Yeah, this one is a scrapbook paper. This one is, I got it from a 6x6 paper pad. I thought like the blue greens kind of complemented my whole junk journal. Same thing, I put actually I can on here, and then just a rose sticker on the back of these are the same paper. Yeah, just lined paper so I can easily journal on the back of. I'm not quite sure. I put a ribbon on one of the tags that I did. These ones I'm just gonna leave it blank for now, and we'll see. We'll go from there. And then I made this. I just use the scrap paper that I used to line my junk journal. Oops, this part right here. This one is a leftover, so I decided to use it to cover the whole tag. This one is more, there's no space in the middle for me to write in. Oh, on these, it took me a while to actually peel off the top cover. On this one, it was fairly easy, but on this side right here, you can kind of see it's rougher. The glue of that top layer, uh I guess the info on the packaging, like it's the more glossy side. It took me a while to peel that off on this one, but this one, it took me not that long. It was easy to peel, but that's why you kind of see the texture. I'm still thinking if I like it or not, but um yeah, at the end I kind of do like how it turned out. Anyway, going back to this one is one of the packaging, and I just used the scrap paper. Here's an embellishment of rose or flower. I just stuck it on here. It's kind of perfect how it really does fit on this paper. I added a sentiment right up here, a gold reinforcer up here, and this one right here. I got this from a rummage sale. Didn't pay much for it, but yeah, I think the colors go well with the whole junk journal as well. On the back is just the back part of this, the excess part. I just use it to cover the back piece. I do like that it's not stark white, so I really been wanting to use this to cover some or anything, just so I can journal on it with this color. Yeah, so it does look like a bookmark, but then I can definitely journal on the back of it. And then lastly, this one is the end part of that scrap wallpaper border that I use. Just kind of stuck it on here. I decided to use one of my yellow pads to use on the back. I did pick this side with the red line in it just for added interest. And then the whatever even remaining from that wallpaper border scrap that I got, I kind of just covered the top part and the bottom part of it just for decoration. At least like there's consistency. You can still see that these came from the front. And this one is the same thing as this. I just put How Bizarre. This is the other color poshka that I got. Oops, sorry, my dog's here. Yeah, the song How Was Bizarre has been singing in my head, so I just gotta put it on here. Um, yeah, so yeah, my dogs are whining now. I am done, but thank you for watching. I'll be back again. Bye.